Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I just had Hank the Hammer pick the November subscriber prize winner, and this month's winner is Twig Sherman. Twig Sherman, you are the winner of the Bridgeford beef jerky giveaway, so I'll have that sent directly to you from Bridgeford. Make sure you direct message me through Facebook or Instagram, or go to my website mattsteffenfishing.com and hit the contact page and send me your address so that I can get that shipped out to you. Guys, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, you should be, because it gets you entered into my monthly prize drawing giveaways, where we give away Bridgeford beef jerky on a monthly basis, and then we give away other sponsored products like Abu Garcia reels and Berkley baits and stuff like that for special milestone numbers. The only way you can win is to be a subscriber, so if you watch the videos on a regular basis, you might as well hit that subscriber button. So for those of you who are already subscribers, thank you for watching, and I hope you win next month's prize. So guys, what I want to talk about today may be one of the most underutilized baits on the market at the moment. This is a bait that for several years was really popular for all species of bass, but has kind of disappeared lately. Like, you don't hear much at all about it, and it still catches fish really well, and it's one of those baits that you can use in almost every technique. So it's a really good bait just for having with you, because you can use it if you want to pitch and flip, you can use it to cast, Carolina rig, all different stuff. So what's the bait I'm talking about? I'm sure some of you may have guessed it already based on the thumbnail, but what I'm talking about is a tube. A tube, guys. What happened to the tube? This is a new one that Berkley just came out with. It's the power bait Maxscent tube. This is a 3.5 incher, really a killer bait that I've been using for smallmouth this fall. But it's the tube that I want to talk about, guys. This is one of the most adaptable baits to any technique that you want to use. You know, a tube has been well known in the smallmouth world for being a great smallmouth bait, where you hook it just with an exposed tube hook and drag it around the rocks, and the smallmouth think it's a crayfish. Probably one of the best ways to use a tube, but I can tell you it's also one of the best flipping baits for largemouth. You can rig it Texas style, or you can even rig it, they call it a stupid tube, where you have the hook inserted into the tube and you can still hook it weedless. Is a phenomenal flipping bait for largemouth. It is extremely weedless. It penetrates through grass really well. I can tell you guys like Seth Fighter rely on tubes quite a bit when they're flipping. But I don't know why it's disappeared. For a long time, like on the Mississippi River, your black neon color, black with a little red flake, was such a huge tube color, and like the only bait everybody flipped. But now it's kind of disappeared. Guys aren't using it. But truly, there are so many different things that you can do with a tube. I've experimented with it as a trailer on a spinner bait, a chatter bait, swim jigs, and it works really well on those as well. But you know, a Carolina rig is another great way to fish a tube. You know, there's a lot of things you can do to a tube to make it float off the bottom by inserting things into it. Phenomenal bed fishing bait. Just a great all-around bait. You know, another way that I like to use it is just to stroke it and get it high off the bottom. That'll generate really good strikes from smallmouth and largemouth. It's just a very versatile bait. And I don't understand what happened to it. Is it just because, you know, it's like the plastic worm, you know, the curly tail worm, people have moved on to bigger and better things? Or is it just it's kind of gotten forgotten because it's a bait that there's not much more you can do to it? Like, it's not, there's nothing new and cool about it, other than, you know, that it's a tube. But there really is a reason this bait should be in your tackle box. I mean, one, like I said, it's extremely versatile, so you've got so many different uses that you can utilize it for. But really, more than anything, because it is an extremely good fish catching tool. And like I said, you can fish it in so many different manners, from exposed hook to weedless, that it will allow you to put it in places that you can't put a lot of other baits. So guys, I think what I'm telling you is you need to think about using tubes again. You need to carry a few packs with you in your tackle box at all times, and you need to recognize that it is one of the best multi-species baits that we have for all of the different species of bass. It's not just a smallmouth bait, which is what it's kind of turned into these days, but it is an excellent largemouth bait, spotted bass bait, and one that I think you need to have in your tackle box. So if you've got a favorite tube that you still like to use, or you have a presentation style that you like to utilize a tube for, throw it up in the comment section so that those of us that are not throwing tubes know which ones to go buy and know which manner to utilize them in. But in my opinion, there's no bad place to use a tube. So get yourself some, go out, toss it around, catch yourself some fish. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video.